briefly introduce myself. I've been in Scouts since I was 8 years old, and over the course of this time, I've earned my Girl Scout Bronze Award, Silver Award, and Gold Award, and my Venturing Bronze and Gold Award, and I'm currently pursuing my Silver Award, and so that's why I'm giving this presentation today. And that is to say, I've had plenty of camping experience with my time in Scouts, and would like to share that information with you. Okay, to preface this presentation, camping can be either simple or expensive, and some of your personal camping gear can be found in your house. Other gear can be purchased online from an outdoor sporting store or department store or online. It all depends on your budget, and how much you decide to spend is how expensive or lightweight or durable your equipment is and how long it will last. In this presentation, I will cover personal camping gear, my frame pack over there, family camping gear, and the principles of leave no trace. So we'll start with family camping gear. This is your basic tent, and there are two different types of tents. There's the A-frame tent and the dome-shaped tents, and the majority of our leave-on ones are A-shaped. And there's multiple parts to it. There's the waterproof nylon fly. This fly protects your tent from rain, sleet, and snow. And it goes on top of your tent. And then you also have metal or plastic pull stakes, or not stakes. We don't have stakes in this tent. But these are your lightweight pulls, and they're usually of aluminum or fiberglass. So on the back of your brochures, you'll find how to set up a tent, how to put it down. So our assistants will demonstrate how. So usually what you do first is have a tarp on the very bottom to protect the bottom of your tent, and then you would put your tent on top of it and then insert the poles. Simpler to set up, the better. Got it. It's a very small board.
bigger, the more expensive the more
On the inside of your brochure, on the right-hand side, there's a list of where to buy things. And so I wrote down REI because it's a really good outdoor store, although it's expensive. This is for like more experienced people who know what they're actually looking for. And then also any sporting goods store, so there's Big Five Sporting Goods, and I've listed some basic camping equipment that you can get, and that's available within 10 miles of Irvine. And then also Costco for other essentials. This is your tent, and then with your 4 stakes, you will put them in each of these circular rings right here at a 45-degree angle with the camera. And so putting down a tent is just as easy and is very doable. So since you put on the rain fly first or last, and you take it off first.
Just a quick note, before you take this down, you want to clean the tent, so how would you do that? That's how you clean the tent. Lift it out. Okay? Alright. That'll save you a lot of time later on to clean it. Cái tarp ở Anh chị thiệt ra again những cái thứ này thì nó bán ở Costco rất là nhiều, nhưng mà not necessarily that's the best place to go buy. I would recommend nếu anh chị mua cái tarp mà that fit underneath the 10 by 10, go to 99-cent store. They're very cheap and the tarp is very lightweight. Nó nhẹ lắm. Okay, and it costs like about a few bucks. So that's a good one to go buy. It's a green tarp, and just go by the size. 8 by 10, 10 by 10, 10 by 12, whatever they have.
Alright, it's important to keep in mind where your door is when you're rolling, because then you don't want to trap all the air inside one side. So when they're rolling your rain towards your tent, they're going to start from these things. Yeah, he's 13. He's in a different Yeah, that's
Để mình hỏi anh chị câu hỏi này nha. Tại sao mấy em nó phải có a certain size hole to roll it in? What's the reason for that?
Oh, really?
There you go.
He's 9.5.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, the majority of the problem is it doesn't fit in the bag. They always make the bag really small, so when you roll it, you really have to really kneel on it and roll it like an egg roll. Giống như chả giò vậy đó. Really tight. That way you can snap it all in there. That's always the hardest part to me.
9 by 7 foot tent. For 4 people. 9 by 7.
Recommendation, 10 by 10. The reason is that as parents, we bring along with a lot of things. Trust me, if you buy the 2 to 4 people, it won't fit your family of 3. Go 4 to 6, you have a lot of room. You might want to do the really luxury air pad. You want a bum hug, whatever. You're going to need a big size. So what she wrote in there, 10 by 10 is the best size.
All right.
You have to pay.
Okay.
Right. No, but
So other important points for camping for family camping gear is to keep your areas of camping separate from your cooking and cleaning areas. And so I think this is given, but it's really important to do so. And there are no flames in or nearby tents. So flashlights only. When you get a lantern, you can either get a propane or battery one. And so I think the battery one's a lot easier. That's what we have with our scouts. So each of their equipment boxes for each of their patrols will have a battery lantern. Alright. You also have to camp away from meadows to avoid compressing the vegetation, away from bodies of water. And you only camp in established campsites and on bare ground. So, separate camping areas. And you only start fires where you're permitted, so in fire rings or on your stove. Okay, so we're going to move on to personal camping gear. This is my frame pack. Okay, so important point, there's an internal and external frame pack, and that just, the difference is that it just gives it a different size and stability. This is an internal frame, so you can't see all the framework on the outside, and it's not required for soidong or tunong, so you can always use just a regular backpack. But when you get into teal, this is one of the required items that will have to buy, and it's lasted me my entire scouting experience. So if you invest in a nice case, it'll last you a really long time. And let's see, yeah, we'll just go through them. So on the top, I have my sleeving pad, and it's a really easy one. You just unscrew this cap, and it starts self-inflating. And so I'll use this when I go camping, and I just put it under my sleeping bag, and it makes it really nice to sleep on, especially if the ground is rocky or it's just like, I feel like I will have bad issues until I use that. Okay. And then next area is my Class A uniform, because the first thing that you'll have at camp when you set down tent and like set it up afterwards, you'll have a flag ceremony, and then for that you'll need your Class A. And then I'll just put that on over whatever I'm wearing, like my Class B. And then after that, I have all my clothes. Okay, so on the top, I have my jacket because it's one of the things I reach for first at camp, and so it's good to have it near the top for me. And so, yeah, that's where I keep it. It's important to roll your clothes because they save a lot of space. I don't think you can see it, but they're in rolls like this. And it saves a lot of space for just storing it. And also, you want to line your clothes in rolls on the back so it cushions your back when you're carrying your backpack. And so when you have your kids pack for their stuff, it's important to have them pack it so then they know where everything is. Because if you pack it for them, then they'll be like, yeah, where's my Class B shirt? And then you have to answer every single time. And so that just makes it a lot easier. You lie out their clothes for them and you have them roll it themselves. And so, yeah, I just put rubber bands around mine. So I have, well, I'm wearing one of my Class B shirts, but then I have my short sleeve one, and I have the Lean On logo on the outside, and then my long sleeve one, I roll it in, so you can't see the Lean On logo, so I know which one's which. So I don't have to open it and be like, oh, it's long sleeve, and I don't. Yeah. So that's how I do it. And then I have long sleeve pants and short, or long pants and short pants. So yeah, I have the waistband out on the short pants, and then the waistband in on the longer pants. Have those, and then I have pajamas, so I just wear sweats. So yeah, those are the clothes that I'll bring to camp, and so this would be, these would be enough clothes for just like a one night camp, like 2 days. And then, so that works for me. And then along the back side I have this nifty pocket. So in here I have seasonal clothes, so whatever season is, you might have to bring different stuff. Like if it's camp with this pool, or like you'll bring a bathing suit. But if it's like a winter camp, then you'll need like a beanie, extra clothes, or gloves. And so you just have to pack whatever's according to that specific camp. And then okay, and then this bag is just like underwear and socks. So yeah, I like keeping things in plastic bags because it keeps it clean, and you can also use Ziploc bags, like the gallon size ones, because those work. And then here I have my stash bottles and things, so I just have, okay, let me take out this. Okay, so first I have a small towel. It's just like a hand towel. It has my name on it. You don't lose it. And if you want to go fancy, you can get like the microfiber ones. You know, the ones that are like kind of like picnic tables when you like go like this and the water pushes up. So then there's those. And then I have bottles of shampoo, conditioner, deodorant. Oh yeah. And for my bottles, I like to put a piece of plastic wrap over my bottles, and then I just tap it back on, and so that way it doesn't explode everywhere, and then I'm just sad because everything smells like conditioner and it's sticky. So yeah, that keeps my clothes usable. And I also have a little toothbrush in there, and then my toothpaste I put in the wrong spot. And a mini toothpaste, because small travel size things work, and when you go to like department store like Walmart or whatever, they'll have like travel size soaps, and if you go to like a hotel room and you use up all the soap, you can keep the bottle and you put in your own soap and bring it to home. Yeah, so that works. Okay. Okay. And then on the outside of my bag, I have a lot of boots. Because I have, my bag is essentially like one long bag all the way to the bottom. And so on the very bottom I have my sleeping bag, and I'll show you that. So I like to use the boots a lot on my bag. And here I have a mini first aid kit. And then I also have toilet paper in there, matches, toilet seat covers. So just, that gets some hot. And then I also have my water container, so that's like UCLA, because that's where I'm going. And then I like to put my hat here because sun protection is important, and I reach for it very often. That went in there. It's all good. Okay. And then I also have this outside pocket, this one right here. And so this is where I keep my 10 essentials, because we use them a lot for games, and for if I'm going on a hike, then I'll need to put them all really quickly into a separate like smaller day bag and walk around with that. So in there I just have glasses, so like if you have any other things that you need to add to your toiletries, like medications, contacts. So yeah, I have my glasses. And then on the side I have some glow sticks, because those are fun at night and you won't lose your children if you catch your glow sticks with them. Yeah. And then I have, this is a rain poncho. I didn't fold it up very well, but this works. And I also wrote in the brochure to bring 35-gallon trash bags, because those are the really big black ones, and that's really easy to make into a rain poncho. You just poke in holes on the side, and that like works for the time being. And so in here I have a bunch of 10 essential things. A lot of these don't apply to out, but they will apply to when your kid goes into tube. So I just have a pocket notebook and I just have a bunch of matches and clothes that start fires really quickly. And I also have my compass. It's really nifty because it has landmark markings there, so I can use it whenever. I also have sunscreen because sunscreen is important, and so I have my hat and sunscreen and all green sunglasses. And then I have a small bottle of insect repellent. And then I have a whistle with this on it. And then I have two flashlights. One is like a handheld one, and then the other is a headlamp. Headlamp ones work really well because you can put it on and then use your hands and carry things, do things in the dark if you need to. So yeah, rain poncho and headlamp just emphasizes how much you need to use your hands, and so that's why you don't bring umbrellas and things that just like clutter and don't make sense in our country. Okay. So, in my very bottom bag is my sleeping bag, and it's very tightly screwed away in there. Yeah, my sleeping bag connects to my clothes because it's all one giant bag. Yeah, so this is the sleeping bag that I have. It's very compact. It's brand Alts, and so it's mommy sleeping bag, and so it goes over my head. I don't really like the rectangular ones because then you have all this room and then you get cold. So if you get a mummy sleeping bag, it encases it in, and you can use a drawstring to like put it around your face, and then you're warm and toasty inside. And so I've used this pretty much my entire scouting experience, and it's lasted me many, many years. Yeah, there's that.
Does anyone have questions up to now về tent and packing? Now's the time before you forget about it.
We attending cái midway overnight trip next week.
Okay.
Should we get one of those or the...
No, because cái midway đó là nó có nghĩa là như là của lính đó, nó có bân bát sẵn hết rồi.
Okay.
So cái mà ngành nấu á là các anh chị chỉ cần có cái sleeping bag với một cái mà bag nhỏ nhỏ như là school bag,
Okay.
and kiểu giống như là những cái thứ như là toothbrush, toilet thì kiểu giống như là nó có như lính là nó có cái toilet ngay chỗ đó rồi. So không cần phải mang tent, không cần phải mang, chỉ cần sleeping bag, quần áo để mà thay.
Got it, yeah.
So two things I'm going to add on là các anh chị do not bring anything with a lot of perfume smell, because when we go into the wilderness to go camping, it attracts a lot of critters, raccoons and bears. They smell this, especially all the deodorant, perfume, cologne. Sometimes you're going to have to really airtight ziplock it so that they don't smell it. They'll smell it. So that's number one. Number two, absolutely no food in your tent. No food. They will smell it. They'll come in and they will scratch through your tent to get to you. So a lot of the bear country, they will tell you absolutely no food. You have to put it into a bear container. All right. And then number three, there was one other one. What was the other one I was going to say? I forgot. There was three points I want to make in that one.
Các anh chị có câu hỏi gì nữa không?
See if I remember.
Mua cái loại sleeping bag, mua cái loại nào?
Okay. You want to answer?
Degree type.
Sun degree up to...
Oh. Well, how many degrees is mine?
About 20 degrees.
Well, he's going to jump in on this. This is important. This is important.
Ok, cái sleeping bag đó thì nó có hai cái. Những em mà thiếu với lại Thanh đó là nó phải pack everything together trong cái backpack đó. Nếu mà anh chị mua rẻ tiền á, nó rất là bự. So kiểu giống như là khó mà nhét vô. Nếu mà mua cái mà nhỏ cỡ đó hoặc là nhỏ hơn đó thì nó very expensive. Thì cái đó là tùy theo cái túi tiền của anh chị. Nếu mà thí dụ giống như là một số mình khuyên đó là mua cái mà nó mắc tiền hơn tí xíu nhưng mà nó nhỏ thì nó có thể dùng được ngay từ ngành ấu lên tới thiếu lên tới thanh. Tuy nhiên là phải để tên của mấy em vào, tại vì mấy em mà tuổi nhỏ đó là mua thí dụ như là một cái slim bag 80, 90, 100 đồng mà còn nó mất một cái là kiểu giống như là đi toi.
I remember what I was going to say. Lightweight is the key. Mỗi lần mình đi trại, mua cái gì mà thiệt nhẹ, it's to your benefit.
Nào cái mà cái degree mà anh nói đó là 20 degree, nó có 35 degree, 40 degree. Hay là đó, thì cái mà càng lô đó thì nó càng mắc tiền. Theo như kinh nghiệm của Khanh đó thì kiểu giống như là mấy em này mình ở California nó cũng không có lạnh lắm. Cộng thêm nữa khi mà các em thiếu mà nó ngủ đó là 4-5 đứa nó ngủ trong một cái lều thì kiểu giống như là cái body heat kiểu giống như là nó thành ra là cỡ khoảng 40 degree là good. Nếu mà mua kiểu giống như là 20 degree hay là 15 degree hay cái gì đó hay là 0 degree thì cũng tốt thôi, nhưng mà tùy theo cái số tiền các anh chị chi ra. Kiểu giống như là Khanh thấy có một vài cái parents kiểu giống như là con vừa mới mua một cái 3 giống như là nó quá mắc, thì kiểu giống như là mình cái goal đó là mình compact, nhớ để tên để khỏi bị mất. Cái thứ hai nữa là degree thì càng lâu càng tốt, nhưng mà khoảng là 35-40 thì là cũng là good rồi.
Cái tiếp lời anh Khanh luôn là sao? We're gonna go to the next camp, which is in near lake, near Big Bear. Just like anh chị thấy không, trời đang nắng chang chang, tự nhiên mưa, tự nhiên sấm sét. Ở trên núi exactly the same way. During the day nó nóng chang chang như vậy mà tối lại nó lạnh căm luôn. Thành thử do not rely on it's hot here, go up there, it's gonna be hot. It is not. Thành ra you underpack. So that's why with the kids we always encourage là pack as if like there will be a snowstorm that night. Always pack, be prepared. That's the motto of Boy Scout. Thành thử even cái sleeping bag mà anh Khanh nói, to be quite honest, I would go 30 and below. I wouldn't hit 40 because I bought a 30 and it was freezing cold. So that's just my experience. Thành thử nếu được compact, small, try to do 30 and below. That'll be the best thing best investment for your kids in the long run. Okay?
Thêm một cái loại là như là down goose á, thì cái đó nó rất là compact. Cái lúc mà mình ấy nó lại đó thì nó rất là nhỏ, nhưng mà cái đó nếu mà thí dụ như là bị ướt đó thì gọi là nó sẽ không tốt cô. Thì mấy cái loại mà the other one synthetic á thì gọi là nó ướt thì gọi là nó mau khô, mà nó cũng bây giờ nó cũng có nhiều loại nó làm rất là nhẹ, thì tùy theo cái túi tiền thôi. Cái bag đó thì gọi là bây giờ BSC nó ra nhiều loại, bây giờ nó ngay cái BSC store nó cũng ra nhiều loại rất là good mà Khanh thấy. Hồi nãy Connie có mention đó, cái tiệm REI thì cái tiệm đó nó bán đồ rất là good, nhưng mà cái giá của nó là như là trên trời. Được có một cái đó là nó là cái return thì nó rất là dễ dàng. Nếu mà các anh chị thấy mà nó REI mà nó sale khoảng 50% off hay là mua thì mua REI. Nếu mà thí dụ giống như là sometime ở Big Five nó cũng có bán những cái loại mà kiểu giống như là Big Five là low end, nhưng mà kiểu giống như cho những em sói đó thì kiểu giống như là các anh chị ra có thể là mua 20-30 đồng cái sleeping bag rất là to cho ngành sói. Nếu mà anh chị không muốn spend tiền bây giờ mà chờ lên thiếu, hoặc là nếu mà anh chị nghĩ là con mình nó sẽ là mua cho nó một cái mắc tiền rồi nó dùng cái đó cho nó lớn luôn. Tại vì bây giờ mà cái backpack nó cũng có nhiều size, một cái em sói nhỏ giờ mua cái size lớn rồi mai mốt mà nó lớn rất là lạ thì gọi là mua ở Big Five 20-30 cũng được, tại vì cái đó là cha mẹ mang vô. Nhưng mà những em nào mà thiếu trở lên đó thì nên invest in một cái good sleeping bag. Thì ok, em mời anh Phát đó. No, anh Phát đó là used to be Scoutmaster. He's an expert in mấy cái này. Nãy giờ Connie với mấy em này đó là được sự hướng dẫn học của từ anh Phát. So come on, go.
Cái backpack á, lúc mà các anh chị mua đó, the best thing to do, go REI. Not necessarily mua ở đó, nhưng mà đi REI để nó đo cái torso, nó gọi là cái torso, what that mean is. Go REI nó để cái đồ nó đo cái chiều cao từ đây là from here down to right here.
Có cái nốt C7, cái nốt xương sống này cho tới đó.
They have the equipment they put on your son or your daughter. They measure from 7 down to here. That's what they tell you the number, 16, 17, 18, 19, 21, based on your kids, the length of your back. Then you buy, then now you know the number. Khi mình đi OI mình kêu nó đó is free. Just go and tell them, hey, I want to buy backpack. Can you measure my kid? And they will measure. So your kid is set between 16 to 18. Now you know the number. Go out there somewhere, buy a backpack, find that number. Thì nó chắc ăn hơn. Tại backpack, if you wear wrong, nothing worse than wear the wrong backpack. Your kids come home and say, my back is hurt, my shoulder is hurt, I cannot wear them, I cannot walk, I walk like this. That's what happened. So always go REI. If you want to get your number, they measure for you. Just say, I want to buy backpack. Can you measure my kids the back? They call torso or back. You tell them, they will measure for you free. Then get that number. Go internet, find out, buy the back. Oh, this is my son, about the same size. But there are things you got to be really careful. Backpack, you always want to buy something, have the weight strap right here and chest strap because very important. That will take care all the weight from everywhere into right here. You want the whole backpack weight, whatever how heavy that is, go right into this two bone right here. That what that does will help your backpack. How about school backpack? A lot of kids wear school backpack. Like you wear it all day, your shoulder go hurt. I don't care how, even as strong as everybody or young men, you will get hurt by wearing this all day. But you wear that backpack because the strap Connie have right there. Every way it goes right into her two bones right here, left and right. All this way will come off her back, so she won't hurt if she's hiking or walking somewhere. That thing I just have to pay attention. Remember, go let your kid try on. Be sure they feel comfortable with that. Understand how the backpack works. All backpacks have many different straps. Be sure they understand every single pull because that backpack has straps. Right now, the way Connie wears them, if I'm tell her walk for 2 miles, she was screaming. Because right now, everything pull her back this way. If you notice how the backpack pull and her back start go like this, you want your backpack when you wear them, you feel nothing up here. You should feel right here where the two bone with your strap go right on top here. That's what you should feel.
Cái này là các trưởng sau này sẽ dạy cho how to wear the backpack, nghĩa là ấy lên xong rồi chỉ giống ấy xuống để cho cái phần trên nó lên cho nó khỏi bị kéo ngửa đằng sau. Thì hôm nay là chỉ
này là basic thôi.
Chỉ là cộng thêm nữa, nếu mà các anh chị nào mà interesting mà thí dụ giống như là nhiều cái đồ không phải là backpack, nhưng mà thí dụ giống như có nhiều cái đồ mà mua ở REI nó mắc Big Five nó mắc, gặp anh Phát, he's an expert on đi chợ trời, he know everything about kiểu giống
I
như là
only believe buy something for $1, $2. I don't believe in
spend like
expensive.
$50 item and he go and I say, oh, brand new is $5.
I can get a 10 for $200, pay for $15. I can pay for $15. I got 10 for.
Nhưng mà
I
các anh
know
chị là
that
phải đi chợ trời nhiều.
you got to hunt out your item. I mean, really quick and kind on the 10. My advice as a parent, this is speak from the parent point of view, not from the scout point of view. Okay? Các anh chị, you remember, you're the only man in the family. You get your wife, you have sói con, chim non kid. When you go to camp, your wife start cooking, lo cho mấy đứa nhỏ. Guess who set up the tent? The man, right there. So when you buy a tent, always thinking, how do I buy a tent that if I'm the only one set up? No one else help me. You want a tent that's easy as you can. It's just the easy way that I set up by yourself. This kind of tent, I can set up by myself in 4 minutes, I'm done. One person should take 4 minutes done. A tent bring into, I know Teacher may talk about how many people, but a tent, when you go buy, they come into 4 different, 2 season, 3 season, and 4 season tent. For Lim Dong, for you guys car camping only, you only want 2 or 3 season at the most. You don't need 4 season tent. So 4 season tent is really expensive. You want a 2 and a 3 season tent. They motivate to season tent, that what that is. And the stick inside, that make out fiber. The more expensive one go made out titanic. It's really expensive. They are as light you can go. They made titanic. When you hold the backpack, you hold the tent up. If you see that thing real light, you know the expensive tent because that made of titanium, real light. The pole can tell how expensive that tent is. Okay?
So REI will sell you those expensive ones, guarantee best. Nhưng mà vừa túi tiền á, Big Five.
Yeah.
And we went hunting for you guys price what she did, and she wrote it on the brochure. She already listed out what size, where to buy, what's the name, what's the price, it's all in there. So you can just go and buy it.
Ok, các anh chị có câu hỏi gì nữa không?
We'll have to proceed on. Nếu mà anh chị có câu hỏi more fine tune like to any of the experts here, just come up to us afterward
Yeah.
and talk to us.
I'll be around here answer any question you want to know from
He's the
personal to
Đó
scout.
là kiểu giống như sometimes và Costco đó, nó bán có nhiều cái lều mà cũng giống như cái mansion đó, tức là ngay chính giữa rồi bên này nó có cái phòng khách, phòng cái đó, thì gọi là kiểu giống như là các anh chị sẽ spend lại rất là nhiều thời giờ để mà dựng lên thì
I
And
bought
that-
one.
the
I didn't
problem
like
with that is when you go okay, Cal, you have to have 4 poles per side. Đứng bên này để cây này qua bên kia cây này nó rớt. So that's why you always thinking, I'm the only one in the family set up the tent. My wife have to catch the 2 baby cooking right now. Man, you got to figure out you're the only one set it up. So buy something. I know I'm the only one set up.
Real
No
quick.
problem.
I
4
know
minutes,
I
I'm
don't want
done.
to get into her time, but really quick one. This is what I did. I went on REI. It was on sale. I got the one that's called the umbrella tent. You go giật cái dây một cái nó bung cái lều lên. That's it. And then you just đóng 4 cái cọc. Done. I do it because I go camping by myself as a woman in the team. So I do that.
I saw Costco sometimes.
Costco have them for
Sometimes have that, but
130,
it-
139.
I bought it at
Seasoning
REI for
only.
130 something. I don't know if they're on
Seasoning.
sale anymore, but that's called the umbrella tent. Đến lúc mình hạ lều á, get rid of 4 cái cọc, anh chỉ giật cái đó xuống là cái này collapse and you just fold, put them in 5 minutes. So that's doable if you want that style, but they don't cost much. Okay, that one
let's
you finish.
wrap
I'm
it
so
up
sorry.
and
We're so
then we
excited
will
about
be
this
here.
topic.
So cho các anh chị nào muốn có câu hỏi and we will be here.
That's my cup. Love that.
This rain protector, and so it also has my information on it. And so, and then you draw the drawstring, and then it covers your backpack and protects it from rain. And then on this other side,
Anytime we have skills that what you love skill.
I have
They do a good job. Really good job.
some eating utensils. I couldn't find my actual camping one, which is collapsible and a lot nicer. So I just have some plastic ones from home. And then I also have my utensils in this little kit. So I have my fork and spoon. And then just cards. Yeah. And then I have a knife for cutting things. And a corkscrew, which I don't ever use. And a bottle. Here's my little eating set. And so I have 2 of these actually. One's pink. And so both of them I got as gifts from Leon for doing other presentations for UNAM. So I don't know how much it costs, but I think I put it in the brochure. So yeah. That's where I keep my mess kit because eating is really important, and so I keep it on the top. This is my camping free pack. The Scouts, whenever we go somewhere, it's just mostly like, essentially you're saying like plan for whatever you're going for, pack lightweight, pack minimal, and don't make a big impact on where you're going. And so it's really important that we clean up after ourselves and preserve the area that we are staying in for the time being. Are there any other questions at this time? Oh yeah, that's what I usually bring. Oh yes, for like seasonal items, like I also have my like swimsuit and beanie in there, but I wouldn't bring both at the same camp because that would be strange. But like, yeah, you just pack seasonally. So if it's like a winter camp, like we went on a snowboarding camp up in Mountain High, and so I would bring like thermal and like long under armor and like other clothes that would keep me nice and cozy.
For the leave no trace in regards to conservation, the one thing that Arlene Dong is trying to concentrate with all the Fuhun this year is recyclable things. In other words, if you're going to bring gengi, things like that, bring the type that you can wash. We were trying to stay away from dumping waste into the environment, therefore stay away from disposable items. Okay? So minimize that as much as possible.
Thiếu với ngành thanh đó thì gọi là later on các trưởng sẽ nói thêm về cái gọi là how to press one, về bận layer như thế nào. Hôm nay thì Connie chỉ nói sơ về cái camping equipment 101 thôi. So
Còn anh chị mà muốn biết thêm, like I said, các trưởng, we're always
We're here.
here. Just grab us, say, can you give us a more better demonstration or whatever it is? Just set a time, we'll be glad to see you on that. Không có gì hết á, mấy cái này vui mà.
So in your middle of your brochure, you have the family camping list. So that's what families would bring. And then the personal scout list is what I went over. And then there's two separate boxes, the first one and the second one. The first box applies to all scouts, so from all of Japan. And then the second box is mostly for 2 and 10. So if you have a little sogong, you don't need to worry about the bottom part. Like, they don't need matches or a pocket knife at that age. That's just silly. So yeah, those things can be like collectively brought by your family, and it doesn't have to be in each individual scout's pack. Oh, a mess kit is just your eating tools. So like bowl, plate, eating ware. And so yeah, that's what they call it.
cái gà mang.
They sell that at Big Five too. A whole set of it, like vừa muỗng, không phải muỗng mà tô cái muỗng. It's in a set like $10. So that's an easy one for the kids, and it's nó gọn lắm. You put it together. Sometimes some people prefer it nó mềm á, so they đem cái mũ theo để mà nhét cái trong đó nó bend được. Whatever works, but make sure it's compact.
So,
Yeah.
so do all the scouts need one of those kits for this August?
For this coming camp, for sure, Hiếu Thanh là ăn riêng. So yes, they all have to do it. Ấu thường ăn với phụ huynh, so I would pack, have them pack their own and put it in the tent. Tới giờ ăn mới đem ra. Yes. We do not provide any more muỗng nĩa, all that. Your own mess kit. It's called a mess kit.
Phụ huynh cũng tự mang luôn.
Phụ huynh tự mang luôn. Rồi, you're gonna post this information online?
Yes, I can do that. And my dad is taking a video.
Oh, well, there's a video. Okay, good. There was some extra information today. Wonderful. Okay. Joy. Rồi các anh chị là ngầu rồi đó, bây giờ đi chạy được rồi đó.
Let the shopping begin.
Let the shopping begin. Sure.
Okay, again, kiểu giống như là anh Phát, My với Canh ở đây, so các anh chị nào có muốn câu hỏi mà more in detail, we here.
Good
job, Connie.
Good job, Connie.
But